if Māori have got horrific outcomes based on the current medical system, then something needs to change. And all these guys are doing are going, let's get rid of the Māori Health Authority. Let's get rid of it out of Farm Act. But they're not even doing of those three options the second one, which is, and we're going to do X. They're going, let's get rid of it because everyone should be the same. Everyone's not the same right now. Everyone's not equal. If we were equal, that means we would be having very similar outcomes, and we're not. So we're not equal. So you saying that we all should be equal and it should be made based on race is as stupid as saying we should be all equal and it shouldn't make decisions based on sex when you're talking about a mammogram or cervical cancer. It's as stupid. Chewy.
And I think it's easy to fall into these debate club type questions, right? It's happened right here in the chat. You know, John says personal responsibility goes to a long way to health, regardless of race.
No, it's not. No, it's not, because if it was, then the bad outcomes would be the outlier. If you can, research can show statistically that this is a massive thing within a people group, whether that's female, whether that's brethren, whether that's Māori, whatever it is, then that takes away the personal responsibility, because it's either endemic or it's systemic within that group. So that's wrong. I'm sorry, that's wrong.
Yeah. But it sounds great in a debate setting, right? Because
it sounds great when you're talking about one person. When you're talking about one person,
when you can sit there going, well,
he should
if
stop
someone
smoking.
sits at home, or if everybody sits at home and eats fish and chips for dinner every night and drinks Coke, and that's the choice that they made. That's where the thinking is.
Yeah.
But it doesn't come into, you know, maybe they're sick and they have bronchitis or whatever because their housing is shit, because their landlord's shit. They don't have any insulation. You know, they're so far from a supermarket because all the supermarkets are in the nice part of town. All of these things. And then when they do get sick, do they get treated with respect and honesty from medical professionals? Or do they go, here's another brown face looking for a handout? But that's when we get into it. You know, there are so many stories. And look, I don't mean to bag on our, you know, the people that work in healthcare and that sort of thing, but there is a problem. There is a problem there. And I'm not saying that everybody that works in healthcare is racist, but I'm just saying that the outcomes that people get is not equal. It's able to be researched and shown that there is a disparity, and it shows in how long people stay alive. There's decades worth of difference between Māori lifespan and non-Māori lifespan. And that's because everything that we have built in this country has stacked against them. They don't get the money, they don't get the support, they don't get the good outcomes in the education, they get cracked down on harder by law enforcement and the judicial system. If they get sick, they won't get treated the same as a white person will. All of these sort of things. And then all that this government seems to be able to do is not look at any of those things that have been proven, researched and proven multiple times as, I can solve this really easy. We'll just stop considering it. We'll stop looking at any measure to change it, because fixing that problem sounds big and hard. Whereas if I just remove any consideration for it, it's a problem solved. Job done.
Yeah.
You know, and this is David Seymour's playbook. He loves this debate club stuff. He loves to throw the language at us that we should all be treated equal. And everybody goes, well, yes, everybody should be treated equal.
Yeah,
no, people should be treated equitably.
You got it.
Not equal.
Yeah.
Equity. It's something that he should always get called on. You know, like one of the things I like to bring up when you're talking about being treated equal, right? Over in one of the Scandi countries, and I think Poland maybe does it as well. If you are speeding, your ticket is delivered according to your income.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're a millionaire that blows through a school zone, your ticket can be hundreds of thousands of dollars. Whereas someone on a much lower rate might be a couple of hundred. That's what we're talking about. It doesn't have to be equal, but equity is more important than equality.